I was responsible for the chair because the whole time I was like, man, I hope a chair disappears. I swear to you, I was like, man, this will just make this so much better. And then I was like, no way. Can't even see the eyes. He's mysterious and wise. He ain't gonna tell you no lies. Poetry.
Bars. Hey, welcome to the Life of Circus podcast. I'm Zap, this is Jericho, and I have no idea if we're gonna make it through this entire episode without me cracking up every 2 seconds. But we are a 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music group, BrandBee Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that is uniquely California. Like I said before, this is the Life's a Circus podcast where we talk about things that are funny, interesting, and ridiculous. And help us out. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and make sure you share this video with at least one other Black person because
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Because the revolution has started in Montgomery, Alabama.
Is that what that was? Is that what that was?
AKA the Gump. To say that this hits home would be a very accurate statement because I'm actually from Montgomery, Alabama.
That's crazy.
Where apparently it goes down on the riverfront.
You gotta be careful on the river, man. Yeah, look, you gotta be careful where you park your pontoon. All right, you gotta put it.
Oh my God, I don't know where to start with this. Like, I guess from the beginning.
Sure.
But for if you've been under a rock for the past few days, there's a what they're calling the Montgomery Riverfront Brawl went down this past weekend, and I'm not gonna get through this. I don't know how we get through this. So there was this group of white people who had a pontoon boat. They parked it where they shouldn't have parked it. There was a crew member from the riverfront. I don't know what entity exactly he works for.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to move the boat. They didn't move it. He moves it up themselves. He moves it up himself, and then the white people who own the boat got pretty upset. They argued back and forth, and
in a move that has been deemed legendary, the dude. This is what I hope to see. Okay, so for one, just my point of view, I don't think this is funny at all. I really don't.
Really?
I don't think it's funny one bit. I just think it's stupid. In the sense that I watched it for the second that I heard a bunch of Black ladies, as you hear it, you hear like, oh shoot. All you hear, I'm like, I know it's
country video.
Like, I know exactly what's about to happen, bro. Like, all right. So anyway, but
go ahead.
Well, so what I hope to happen, because to reference what Zap did at the beginning of the video, is that they're talking back and forth, and I guess the Black guy is like, all right, well, it's go time, and he takes his hat, he just tosses it, and what I was hoping for is that he would toss it, he would thrash the dude, and then the hat would just gently land back on his head. That's what I wanted to see, right? But of course, it's not what happened. But it was just... I'm sure that happens all the time. I'm sure it does. Like, the location and like the situation makes it a little funnier, I suppose. But like, man, just you can't have your boat here. All right, well, whatever. We thought we could or something, and then it's like a 1-on-20 brawl for a second, and which is unfair. And then the it ended fairly quickly, unless the video that I saw was edited, but it seemed like it was like a 2-minute thing, nothing more. I don't understand how that one lady fell in the water afterwards. That was probably my favorite part, because I was like, it felt like he was already dying down, and then somehow she just got yeah. But
well, I mean, I thought it was look, there were just several parts of it that was just...
Please highlight the parts.
Yeah.
Parts.
So like the guy, he's arguing with these guys,
Right.
and it was. I mean, if you like break it down, it was. I mean, maybe it's just the way I see things. There was just some funny moments where like the the guy in the white shirt who was trying to get them to move their boat, he starts clapping, and if you are not black, you need to understand when people start clapping, it's about to get escalated.
Yeah, that's true.
And you usually see that with black females. It's just some stuff I never seen before. I've never seen a dude start a fight with the claps.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I see the humor in that. Okay,
Yeah.
please continue. Please continue.
And then the hat throw, like
I like that part. I was like, all right.
I did, but it was just like it was like everybody knew it was on when that hat went up in the air.
Yeah.
And I never seen anybody start a fight with like a hat throw up in the air. All right. So then they started fighting. And then this dude jumps in the water. Another thing I never seen. So there's people on the riverboat filming what's going on the shore. Right. And then one of the crew members jumps off the boat into the water, and I just never seen anybody swim to a fight. Like, and they, so there's another thing that was just like, I just couldn't take it because there are.
The part where I like is where, okay, so he's arguing with the one guy, and they like start to, and no one can fight for real in this, by the way.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's like, everybody is fat and overweight, and they look like I told you they would look like in Alabama because the food is too good.
Yeah. I got you. But did you see the guy? So it's like the first guy is there, and like they do a little push. I don't know what this punch is. Okay, so it's like you lead with like your wrist, kind of, and it's almost like they're going to slap, but they have a fist, and it kind of like pushes the guy on the neck. It was weird. But the second that the black guy did that, the first white guy, this second white guy jumps in the frame, like kind of running in, and he does what I can only describe as a koala tackle. He kind of runs up and kind of like hugs the guy, like he's about to do that one Ninja Warrior thing where you have to swing across. Anyway, and then the guy puts him on the ground real easy because that's a terrible technique. And then they're swinging at each other. And then there's more people who start getting to the melee. And you see the part where the much bigger black guy comes, and they're like, "Oh no, we don't want nothing with him."
Yeah, around that time, he came over, but then the guy jumped into the water, and that what I was going to say is that. Like, there's two internets, right? There's the regular internet, and there's what I call the internets, INNANETS.
Gotcha.
That just takes things way too far, and that's just what happened. So they have like all these names for the dude. I think he's like a teenager actually. He like swam in the water to like try to help. They're calling this dude Michael B. Phelps, Shaquille O'Gills. C Murder with the SEA, Cedrus Elba, nice. OJ Swimson, Swimzell Washington,
okay.
Nautical King Cole, Scuba Gooding Jr., and the most popular is Aquaman.
What you doing, Aquaman? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were like. The internets was really going in on this, and I think that's what really like made it insane.
Sure, because as an isolated event, like I said, I was like, all right, I know what's about to happen, and then it's gonna kind of be a little bit of a pushing contest until someone breaks it up, and then what I love, of course, I watched the Fox News or something coverage of it, someone interviewing a lady from it. And of course, they asked the one white lady on the boat. There was like 50 black ladies on the boat, and they interviewed the one white lady there. And she was, I guess, down for the cause and whatever. She's like, I can't believe that they would put hands on our... She almost said the word help. I swear to you, she's like, the help. Oh, no. The man, the worker on the boat. Anyway, and so they ask her, so what was the racial motivation in this? Or they kind of like pushing the issue, like, well, it's obviously a black guy against white guys. Was there a race? Are they investigating the race? And she was like, no. And you know how people like lie when they talk? Like, she said no with a big old lie in there.
You sound like John Mulaney. You're like, you know how you talk to your grandma.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because comedy, right? And she just had that look on her face, like, I was just a witness, but it was just so they're gonna push the narrative of white versus black. Yeah, that's what it turned out to be. I just don't really see if you're not supposed to be there. I don't have a boat, but if I park somewhere I wasn't supposed to, and then someone could somehow just move my car, hope a chair disappears. Hope a chair disappears. I swear to you, I was like, man, this will just make this so much better. And then I was like, no way. No way.
That's what like really just broke the internet is the chair. And this guy, he wasn't even a young guy. And he first of all, where did the chair come from? Nobody else had a chair. Was that his personal chair? Did he take it from the riverboat?
And he was sitting by the dock of the bay, like he's on a chair. He has a chair. This is what it is.
I swear to you, like all of our ancestors were in that chair. he just unleashed. This guy has seen 2020. He's seen Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Rosa Parks was in there. He was swinging for like 400 years.
Yeah.
Oh man. And so it was, you didn't think it was that funny. I thought it was funny in its own right, but then the internets went crazy.
No, true. They took it to levels of.
Here's a picture. They they made the hat into a bat signal, call it the hat signal. In case. So whenever you need help, just throw up the hat signal.
I really hope that becomes a thing of people like starting fights like that.
They also I've visited, but I don't know like
how it is to be.
Yeah, what the vibe is like. And this is how you know you got beat down. When they beat you out of your Crocs.
Yeah, that's that's pretty rough. I'll give it to them.
You got an official beatdown.
Don't fight in Crocs. How about that? Let's start with
that. Those aren't the shoes of choice.
A little slippery, I think.
Somehow people already had shirts made. Like
people are swift with it. They are so fast.
There are shirts out. There are reenactments that I've seen on like Instagram and TikTok. Somebody made a whole rap song. Like
the
internets went like they took it so far. This is crazy too. Ricky Smiley, another comedian that I like, he did an entire interview with the chair.
Oh, no way. I didn't see that.
So they put a do-rag on. I mean, this isn't him, but all these other memes have been coming up with like the chair is like the most gangster person in the. And then he had someone come on his radio show and imitate the chair. And it was like, I come from a long line of chairs. We've been whooping up on people. So yeah, man, we had another video planned for today, but we had to talk about this, man. People are changing entire the chair. The chair was like the icing on the cake to this. I mean,
yeah, you're welcome. I swear I manifest. I was like, that's always be so perfect if that happened. And yeah, there we go. You're welcome, internets.
And this is the last one I saw. It's just like people just wilding out, dude. So yeah, man.
That's wild.
That was, it was like terrible and hilarious at the same time. I'd never seen it was just so many elements to it.
Sure,
Like
yeah,
you said,
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't like a crazy fight. It was just so many things were happening. People were getting pushed in the water. This dude's flying around with the chair. Aquaman is swimming to the rescue. This dude is throwing his hat in the air. Like the most countryest of country
Yeah.
women
Yeah.
are just like,
Oh my God. Oh, yeah.
it
Yeah, that
was, oh
sounds.
my, it was as countryest. Oh.
Well, I mean, until the next thing happens, that's equally as entertaining.
Yeah, but I was like the funniest. I'm sure like after a week, this will be no one will be talking about this.
I hope they do a skit on SNL. That would be amazing.
I mean, I feel like they have to.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to. Well, no, there's a strike,
Oh, dang.
right? So there's no actors, no writers.
Never mind then.
We got to make our own SNL, man. There's already reenactments on the internets, so.
Okay.
But yeah, once again, this has been the Life of Circus podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let us know what you thought about this brawl. Jericho doesn't think it was all that. I thought it was hilarious.
Aquaman.
If you did think it was funny. What was the funniest part? The Aquaman, the hat toss, the chair. I don't know, man. This is wild.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, man. More than two.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen in the aftermath, but I'm pretty sure they're going to take their job. They took our jobs.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs.
There's no amount of money too great, right? If you're going to go buy a yacht and a spaceship, that's $1.5 billion right there. So, like, don't buy a yacht and a spaceship. That's my suggestion. I'm just saying, please don't do that, Florida person.
But Elon Musk has a yacht and a spaceship.
Elon Musk is making yacht and spaceship money daily, all right?
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Zab. This is Jericho, and we are Band of Future, now 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music duo. We make clean, fun music that everyone can muget. Clean, fun muget.
Muget, I like it.
Do you enjoy muget?
I don't think I've ever tried it.
Dang it, I was doing so well.
Is it spicy?
I don't know, but I think you should know if it's spicy. Because
yeah.
I'll put a link. I'll put the link to the video.
Oh no, you talking about?
Yeah. Here you go. Up there, guys. Go watch it. We do clean, fun music or muget, depending on what country you're from. That everyone can listen to. The sound is uniquely Californian, and you are now tuned into the Life of Circus podcast, where we talk about things that are funny, interesting, and ridiculous. And look, I raise my voice because I'm gonna make a statement.
Say it.
People have been watching, they've been laughing, they've been thinking, but they haven't been liking, they haven't been commenting, they haven't been sharing, and they haven't been subscribing. And I need you guys to do all 4 of those things, or else I'm gonna have to start robbing people again. I'm trying to change my life.
Again, man. Told you that. It's not the way. It's not the way.
Trying to be on the straight and narrow, you know what I'm saying? Make this YouTube money. So yeah. But yeah, make sure you do all that. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what you think. And especially share this video with somebody who needs some money, man.
Oh, man, I know quite a few people.
I mean, like everybody, right?
Like if you need some more money, raise your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, calm down. All right.
So, I mean, it's not just specifically money. It's specifically the Mega Millions, right? The lottery. Or there's always the different state lotteries too, but You always see these news stories of people win like these ridiculous amounts of money, and then you see the statistics later where it's like they won $1 billion, and like a year or two later, it's all gone.
It is broke. Yeah.
And you can't I can't even imagine like how you do that with that much money. So I guess my question to you is like, why do you think that? Well, I got a few questions. First, let's start with that. Why do you think that happens? Like, why do people?
Oh, for me, that's a simple answer. It's that if you don't understand the work that it takes to make money in the first place, you don't know how to keep it. That's all. So if you just got lucky and it's like, oh, I got money now, then you're not going to have you haven't developed any habits to maintain that. And everyone basically has an idea that, okay, maybe saving money is a good idea. I should do that more. I should. It's not on their list of must do, it's I should do. And then the second that it happened, perfect example, dude. Episode of the Boondocks where Grandpa leaves for his do it big vacation and he gives probably give me some money. And it's like, all right, this is supposed to last. It's like, also they came into some money. Cool. This is going to help us get food, get clothes, whatever, last the whole week. Nah, Riley goes and blows it all in an hour.
Ask yourself, be honest. Ain't I'm clean? No. Man, how we gonna eat?
Like, that's just how people live. That it's like, you're basically a dam waiting to burst. I'm just waiting to get my break. And then I'm just going to do something ridiculous with my money. And no one can tell me no, because it's my money. So I think it's that. And plus, there are worlds of, how would I say this? Finance. Like there's things you can buy that you don't know you can buy because it's not an option for you, right? As soon as you get to that level of, I was in Malibu the other day, hey, Malibu, and I saw this thing for property, some kind of a beach property, and that's starting at $70 million.
Oh man!
And they wouldn't put that there if they didn't know that there are people that can drive by on a whim and be like, "Hey, honey, do you think we should give me property? How much is it? Starting like 70 million." Bet, and then they just go do it. Like there are people that have that, right? But they also probably have the knowledge of how real estate works, all this kind of stuff, so they know how to invest in it and make it work for them. But if someone comes into $1.58 billion.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned this, because like a big number, just somebody won a bunch of money.
Right. So if that person is dumb and, and they're from Florida, so I'm not going to tell you that they are, but you know what I mean?
You prefer the term financially illiterate.
Got it. So let's say this person, so there's nice properties in Florida, comes into their money, gets the lump sum, because of course they're going to get the lump sum, right? So they're going to get the lump sum, maybe 800 million, something like that after taxes. And then they're driving by, and then they just see a sign that says, hey, property starting at 70 million. They look at their account like, yo, I got that. Let me get one for my cousin. And then a year later, they don't know how to upkeep property. They don't understand that buying things means you have more expenses, and it all just, so
yeah.
That's why I think it happens.
That makes sense. Especially like with property, it's like even when people who just buy like a regular house, I mean, it's like you don't really realize all the expenses that come with it and the upkeep, and like it's not like you buy it and that's it. It's like you buy it and then now you have to keep spending more money to like keep it up.
Insurance goes up, you gotta fix more stuff. The toilet doesn't work for 2 years. Like it's a slippery slope.
You have bugs in your house you got to get rid of.
Dude, I saw a bug. I knew what kind of bug it was, but it's always surprising. One of those centipedes that looks like it's just like it looks deadly. It's not, but it just, and so every time you see
it like black?
It's like black with like these legs that are kind of like at an angle. It just looks like
I feel like I know. I've seen what you're talking about.
So I see it in my logical side goes like, oh, it's just one of those things. And then my like primal side is just like, we need to move. Like that's what I'm they have invaded, you know what I mean? So yeah, but it's just like you have to always and there's always things that need to be fixed and whatever. And then property value around you goes up. Someone writes you a letter like, yo, you got to fix your roof, man, because you're hurting us. Stuff like that happens. I'm not saying it happened to me. I'm just saying
that's the whole letter is just like, dear
sir,
or
or madam.
Roof, you're hurting us. Sincerely, the neighborhood.
Sincerely, all of us. You're bringing us down, bro. You need to step it up or get out. I was like, yeah, that's how it works. But not even that. I had a cousin who won maybe $300,000 on a game show in the
snaps.
In the 80s, right? So 300,000, that's pretty good. Dude, shout out to Steven. He was broke within 6 months, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
Because I know you, and I know how you think what you would do.
Oh yeah.
Winning the amount of money. Most people don't think that way. It's just not. I think, remember Shaq talked about he spent his whole first contract and it was like broke. I don't know. It was a very short amount of time, but like he bought a house and then he had to buy his parents a house and he bought a truck and they buy a whatever truck. And then he goes to his agent, like, I need to get this thing. And they're like, dude, you were like $500,000 in the red. What did you do? You just got the contract. So you just have to know about these things, that there's no amount of money too great, right? If you're going to go buy a yacht and a spaceship, that's $1.5 billion right there. So like, don't buy a yacht and a spaceship. That's my suggestion. I'm just saying, please don't do that, Florida person.
But Elon Musk has a yacht and a spaceship.
Elon Musk is making yacht and spaceship money on a daily, all right? Every day he's making that.
Is that the level? Like 6 figures, millionaire, yacht and spaceship.
Yacht and spaceship, man. Yacht and spaceship club only. And you have to buy them two things at the same time. You can't buy one or the other. It's like a package deal. You got to get them to match.
Step 1, Tesla. Step 2, Step 3, yacht and spaceship.
There we go. Yeah. Plus, they're probably going to make a yacht that can turn into a spaceship or vice versa. So it's all, there's no level. You can go buy, people buy islands now. You can get anything with the right amount of money. So just, you'll run out of it because money is a limited thing unless you have, because if you won the lottery once and you're like, cool, I'm set for life. It's like, no, maybe you should set up to try to like, if you won it once, maybe play it again. Like, I don't know, do something else.
What? That sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, look, I don't know what the probability is, but think about it. If you won $1 billion and then you spend $1 million of it on more lotto tickets, you're probably going to win it. I would just guess it's possible that you could win again. I know you don't like that at all because it's a stupid idea.
I mean, I don't know if it's...
It's like reinvesting into something that's a far-fetched idea, but if yeah, I won $1 billion and 10 million. All right, I'm gonna buy $10 million worth of lotto tickets. What if you win 3 more times? And you know what I mean? Like,
and that's how Las Vegas works, folks.
Yeah. Right, or gambling. People get addicted to gambling. I got so much money, and then all of a sudden,
hey, I won. What if I win again? Yeah, go for it.
So my advice to Florida man or Florida woman, whatever, whichever one you use. Florida man, please keep your money.
Yeah. Wow. That's the other thing you kind of made me think of is not just the stuff that you buy, but like your family, because then you become like the most popular person in your family. Everyone's going to hit you up. I'm broke and people hit me up. So if I got money,
yeah,
if I got money, bro, it's going to be like,
right. It's like there's no end to it.
Ooh, phone's going to be ringing off the hook, man.
No. And you can't be anonymous in most states if you win. You have to tell people, I'm rich now, so
so leave me alone.
You got to move to a different place. It can be a good thing for sure, but I don't think anybody. Then if you are all of a sudden a public figure, all you do is get criticized because people know what you're buying. That lady who won maybe $20 million in New York a few years ago, she spent most of it getting her husband out of jail.
Oh.
Or that. No. Getting him out of jail. She spent like $7-8 million on his bail. right?
Whoa.
I know. I was like, my first question was, dude, what did he do? Like, wow. Like he obviously did it. If $8 million, dude. So yeah, but so everyone knew that she spent it. And they're like, oh, you shouldn't waste your money. So yeah, she went through $20 million swift. You know.
Wow. That's crazy.
Back to bologna sandwiches.
Well, we're out of time, and that's been another episode of the Life's a Circus podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. What would you do if you won the Mega Millions or some kind of lottery? You think you would keep the money? What would you spend it on? Let us know. And yeah, check us out next time. And be cool and stay in school.
Hey, fine.
Squash it.
Squash it.
Or you could be like the city of Los Angeles and just tell people to watch out for pedestrians on the freeway. Because like
That's happening more and more though. And that's kind of strange.
I know that's very strange. You see people just cruising on the freeway.
Or I just put a mess up like, stop looking at this billboard.
How about stop walking on the freeway? Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Zap, and this is Jericho. And we are now a 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music group, Bandit Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that's uniquely Californian. And you are now tuned in to the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about things that are funny, interesting, and ridiculous. And yo, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video. And because we're going to talk about something that has kind of flown under the radar, but especially in California, if you live, or not California, really mostly like the metropolitan Los Angeles area, maybe into the IE as well. That's the Inland Empire for people who are not from this area.
The uninitiated,
yeah. But there is something that I feel, well, a couple of things that I feel like a lot of people have seen and a lot of people haven't talked about. Okay.
Intriguing. Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to show you a picture, and this one is very close to you. I know you have seen this.
Yes, I have.
This billboard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what this message is. Download our new video editor. Okay, maybe another time when we're not doing a podcast. This billboard, if you're not from California, this billboard has been up. There's been a few of these.
I've seen them. Yeah.
Up along a major freeway in California. It says, "Warning: this billboard structure is the subject of a lawsuit, LASC case number something. Anyone who assists the city of Pomona in the demolition of this billboard structure will be sued." And it's just one of the weirdest billboards I've ever seen. And there's several of them. And I've just never seen anything like this. So I finally looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't McDonald's Grimace level, but there's a little bit of a rabbit hole here.
Okay.
So basically, there's a guy named Brian Kennedy. He is the founder and CEO of Regency Outdoor Advertising. So basically, he owns it's a very popular billboard brand, probably maybe one of the most billboards around the country. And he owns these billboards. And so I guess he contracts with cities to put these billboards up, things like that. So in 1993,
oh, baby, going back.
Yeah, this story is very old. 1993, he had an agreement with the city to put up 10 billboards for 10 years with a 10-year extension. Right. So 1993, you put up 10 billboards. 2003, you renew it, keep those billboards up, stuff like that. You renew every 10 years. Okay. after the 1993 agreement, the city, the voters backed something called Proposition L, which prohibited the city for putting up any more billboards without voter approval.
Okay.
So when they came in, at the renewal period and were like, yo, take your billboards down, he was like, no. Like, we had an agreement before this Proposition L thing even happened.
I see.
And so it turns out this guy is kind of eccentric, so he
Not surprised. Okay.
it's his billboard, so he was like, I'm just gonna put this up here. And so because they've been threatening to just tear the billboards down, and he's like, no, I'm gonna sue all you guys. So he just put those on his billboards.
Okay.
Which is I'll just get your reaction to that before I keep going.
So I've been seeing those specifically. I don't know if this is the one, but there's one on the 71 just north, right close to where I live. And every time I drive past it, I'm always like, I wonder what that's about. But so before, I guess my question is, it was a different billboard owned by this guy, and then they wanted to take it down, so he replaced it with this.
Yeah, the message. He probably rented it out to whatever company to advertise something, but now he's just been using it to put that message on there.
Okay, so I guess I get a lot of questions in my brain, but my first one is, who would ever assist some?
It's the companies. So like the city isn't gonna go out there and do it. These people, they hire, they put out bids, for companies that do this kind of thing, demolishing or whatever. So basically, I think he's saying, like, if your company is hired to tear down my billboard, I'm going to sue your company. So it seemed like a little bit of a scare tactic for anyone who wants to work with the city and taking this man's stuff down.
That makes sense, but it's not what I was thinking. Dang it. I was hoping it was more for people who are just driving by with like a hammer in their trunk. I really want to just pull off the side of the road and tear this thing down because I hate it so much. It's such an eyesore. And then this thing's like, don't you dare. Or some guy that is like driving his pet bulldozer down the freeway, which I've seen. And then I'll say, I'm going to pull over and tear this thing down real quick. But that makes sense. To hire people. So how long is this gonna happen for?
I don't know, because I've seen it for, if not months, maybe years.
Right.
Like, I mean, the legal system is a very slow thing here. So
yeah, right.
and I think there was a case, but then it was appealed, so they're like waiting more time, and so I think I feel like it's eventually gonna come down, but he's definitely fighting the good fight.
Huh.
Because I think there was a case that I mean a case that awarded to the city and the people, and I think that he appealed it or something like that.
So I'm assuming this guy has enough money that this isn't hurting him. Right.
I mean, yeah, billboards are way expensive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. And it's not like selling something that could help him get some money back. It's just words.
Yeah.
What not to do. So
yeah, I don't think he's hurting for money.
Have you seen a picture of this guy?
I have not.
What do you think he looks like? Because I have an idea.
Besides, I think he's an old rich white guy with a bad haircut.
Okay.
I feel like that's always how it goes down.
I have in my head like this cross between Gary Busey and Gilbert Gottfried. I don't know why. This is kind of weird, and he kind of talks like Gilbert Gottfried. I just want that to be true.
Old rich white guy with a bad haircut. That sounds like Gary Busey or Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah. That's what I want this to be. So we got to do a part 2 so I can see if I was right. Because
Oh God.
if he looks nothing like that, I'll be disappointed. Like that's just the truth.
I'm looking at him now.
Ah.
He looks well. This is also very good. I mean, very fitting.
Uh-huh.
He looks like a character from The Sopranos.
Oh, nice.
So he looks like someone who would do this.
Got it.
He doesn't have a bad haircut, but old rich white guy for sure.
I wonder if he was the first person. He can't be the first person to have done this.
I mean, maybe not, but I've never seen anything like this before. But we run out of time. So before we end this, there's a part 2 to this.
Okay.
Which is it was a totally different scenario, but I was somehow kind of shocked that it was the same person.
Uh-oh, okay.
So we're gonna leave Pomona and go more towards the LA area.
LA?
And then see if you've seen this billboard.
Yes, I have.
So it's the same guy.
Oh my God.
So you see the big Regency
Yes.
under it. And I wasn't even thinking about these 2 stories. Now this one is like 2 blocks from my house, and apparently now it's changed recently. So I don't know why he took it down or even put it up. But he put up 15 of these around.
Oh, he dude's got money, dude. Jeez.
Yeah. They're his billboards. I mean, he can put up whatever he wants, I guess. Yeah. He's just losing money from other people who would pay to be up there, but
right.
It's his billboard. He put up 15 of these around Los Angeles. Turns out that he's a big USC donor.
Sounds okay. Okay, sure.
And yeah, he just said, Reggie Bush needs his Heisman. I'm gonna put this up. So, if I had a question, I know you asked like, what did he look like and all that kind of stuff. My question is like, the power of billboards, like, the ability to like get your message in front of like millions of people. They're obviously still relevant. We both recognize these billboards.
Yes.
And so it's like, I guess a cool question would be like, if you own billboards, like, what would you, and you just put up your own thing, like, what would you put up there?
It has to be something that can make me money though.
Like, you want to do like this guy and just like whatever. What if it was just like something, just a message you just wanted to tell the world? It could be serious or it could be funny.
Oh,
I got a funny one.
What?
Unless you want to keep that. I want to put messages that tell people how to drive.
Okay,
well, they're not like 30 billboards that say that the left lane is for passing only. Mm-hmm. And like maybe people will get it. It drives me nuts.
Well, then you know what I would do? I would do something similar because I have probably a billion pet peeves when it comes to people driving. But the number one thing that I always think is that you don't have to hit the brakes to slow down.
Yes.
Like that was always taught, like just first step, take your foot off the gas, and then it's kind of, but every little thing is just like, brr, and it's like, bruh, it's not necessary at all. So yeah, just hey, quick reminder, you cool people, instead of saying something I'd rather say, just take your foot off the gas and you slow down. Give it a shot before you cause pileups on the 5. Like,
or you could be like the city of Los Angeles and just tell people to watch out for pedestrians on the freeway. Because like
that's happening more and more though, and that's kind of strange.
I know, that's very strange. You see people just cruising on the freeway.
Or I just put a message like, stop looking at this billboard.
How about stop walking on the freeway? Where's that message?
Well, I think it's being encouraged by,
jeez,
by PETA and the NAACP. That's just my thought. Everyone's just like, walk on the bill. I mean, it's happening. So we've been together in this, like, why is this now a thing?
Why is this person walking on the freeway? And it's not like their car is broken down. They're just trying to get to where they're getting to.
Yeah.
And they just chose the freeway as the place to walk.
I've almost hit several guys because of that. And it's like, all right, man.
Yeah.
But good for him. Good for
Yeah.
Billboard Man. He should change his name to Super Billboard Man.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I mean, I can believe that was the same guy, but it was just like such a coincidence.
That's wild.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been an episode of the Last of Circus podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. What do you think about this guy and his billboard? What would you put on your billboard if you just own billboards? You could say whatever you want to say and threaten people with lawsuits. But yeah, that's it for us. And stay tuned for the next episode before they take our job. They don't take it. I need to pay rent. Okay.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs.
These guys will just decide one day I'm not going back to work and just kind of sit in their room. And it's so strange because they try to interview these people. They're very antisocial to the point where they regress in their ability to express ideas. They can't even really talk that good, just sitting in their room all day. And then their families are just forced to take care of them. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jericho. This is Zap, and we are the now six-time international award winning pop hip hop duo Bandit Future. We make clean, fun music that we make clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that's uniquely California. And you are right now here in the present time tuned into the Last Circus podcast. So we talk about things that are interesting, funny, and just straight up ridiculous. So before we get into it, there was a huge favor. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment. I keep doing that backwards. But anyway, share this video with at least 2 people that think that being an adult is really hard, man. So the adulting thing has gotten so, I guess, talked about that it's like we kind of accept it as just being an adult's hard, it's part of life, move on. But there's a whole lot of people that have decided to take an interesting approach to this adulting thing. So I have one specific example from Japan and one from the US. So in Japan, there exists this thing called the hikikomori. Okay? And it's basically a bunch of people, and by a bunch I mean about 1.5 million people that decided that being adults is way too hard. I'm just never going to go outside again. And so they don't. They just stay at home, they live with their parents, and they either play video games or even better, they just do nothing. They do nothing and they sit at home. And some people have been there from anywhere from 6 months to like 3-4 years. It got worse during the pandemic, but the idea is that they're afraid that these people aren't ever going to become functioning members of society, and the numbers keep going up of these hikikomori, or shut-ins. And I read this one case where a guy basically like people are abandoning their families. So I mean, like that's why it gets really bad. So you are the breadwinner for your family. You're a guy in Japanese society. You typically are the guy who works. The woman doesn't work. You have kids. These guys will just decide one day I'm not going back to work, and just kind of sit in their room. And it's so strange because they try to interview these people. They're very antisocial to the point where they regress in their ability to express ideas. They can't even really talk that good, just sitting in their room all day. And then their families are just forced to take care of them, right? And that's one way to react to adult life, I suppose. It's very bizarre. Have you... What's my question? Do you know anyone that you think would do that? And
besides me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I know anyone who I think would do that, but I totally get it. Mm-hmm. I've heard a lot of people. I mean, again, that's Japan, so I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know what happens there. But in the U.S., at least, there's been a substantial growing frustration with people and their jobs. And again, 2020 kind of like poured fuel on that fire big time. Mm-hmm. Where like a lot of people just didn't go back to work, or they just kind of are in some kind of alternative situation now, or they're just more like reclusive, I guess. More just trying to just do what they want to do outside of just working. But then there's also I've heard about men in particular. I don't know if the Japanese thing. I'll be interested to see what the ratio is of men to women.
All of the people that I saw that were interviewed were men.
Yeah. Because I've heard that about men, what they call here, checking out of society.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of like the video game culture too.
Sure. Yeah.
Where that's just like what you do. And they just find more enjoyment, fulfillment in doing that as opposed to like doing other quote unquote normal things in society. And it's again, I don't know anybody like that, but I totally understand it because I think we've all had times where like you have to go to work and you're just like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Not today, devil.
Yeah.
PlayStation looking real good right now.
Just yes. Yeah, I think we've all been there. But and this on a societal level, I know I've been to Japan. I know they're kind of isolated already. Just in general, they don't really speak to each other in the streets so much. They don't have what we consider affection. They do, but it's just not quite as physical outward like we have it. But it's like, okay, now I'm sure I'm not gonna name any names, but I have a couple of relatives that have been doing that for a long time. Like they would just be in their rooms, and I mean adults like in their 30s, and now they're in their 50s and they're still just in their room. They don't work, and the family takes care of them. And it's like, okay, so that's one way to approach this. And I don't know what the prime cause of it is, but from a couple of the people that were interviewed in this Japanese video about the people in Japan, it's just that they had this image of what adulthood would be. They got to it and they're like, oh, this is nothing like I thought. And they just couldn't put it together. They couldn't just. So that's just an approach. I just won't go outside. And people it gets kind of bad because there's a committee of people that are assigned to help these people. So, they'll have like, go have a class in the park. How you get them out of their house, I don't know, but you got to help them out. And some of them have been rehabilitated, if you will. There's also a crew that is designated to going to see the people that are alone to see if they've died yet, basically. And that's just part of their thing too. And they'll be like, oops, yep, gotta fix it up. Yes, a lot of men. In America, I think what is a more prevalent thing that isn't quite so morbid, kind of sounds cool, is going off grid and just being like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm just going to live someplace else. So my dad is a great man, and he's been fascinated with this place called Slab City for a long time in like the desert over in California.
It's hot there, man. I went there.
Yeah,
a year or two ago.
And so a year or two ago, I decided to take my dad just so you could see it. He could say he's been there. And it's just, if I can paint the picture, it's just I don't know when it started, but it's just a bunch of people living in these makeshift houses, campers converted into houses, whatever. I don't think they're relatively close to an actual town. So there's still like police, and if something bad happens, they can get medical care. But they're far enough off that they don't have like, connection to running water, and the government doesn't seem to care or bother them too much. But it's a few hundred people that are living out there, and a lot of them have actually become popular thanks to YouTube. So there's a lot of people that have YouTube channels from out there getting donations and whatnot. But I went there, very nice people. They have a hotel. You can stay there if you want. They have a library. But most of the time, the people just occupy themselves with what you consider being more like natural, like living off the land, growing stuff, projects, construction. They have this big, it's not like a museum, but it's like a big structure that someone built. And you can go, oh, look at the big thing. And that's another approach. I heard another place in Michigan that's the same. So another approach is I just won't deal with the laws, and I'll just go someplace else where they don't apply anymore. Would that be something?
So what is that? Mm-hmm. Is Slab City like an actual city? like
Well,
legally?
I would say no. I don't think you could look it up on a map. You just have to kind of know that it's to the north of. I don't remember the name of the city. It's a small place, and that part of California is very spaced out. You know, there's not a lot of people there. It was kind of already for people that wanted to be away from everything. There's nothing, literally nothing there. But
Mm.
this place specifically is called Slab City because it's just a put together ramshack kind of a situation, and they have like people that run it. So it's an informal, not a mayor, but there's like community leaders, if you will.
Mm.
And it's just a whole vibe there. I remember I walked and some guy was like just hammering something, and there was no rhyme or reason to what he was doing, but he was hammering a thing into a thing, and he had a lot of things, and he was just doing it. And I was like, all right. And I walked up and I gave him a case of beer, and I talked to the guy who plays the guitar, and this guy just sits there and plays guitar all day. And they seemed very nice. And I didn't get much of their story, but they had been there for a long time. And they're like, yeah, society's not what it's come out to be. They made their own and they like the way it works better. So that's another way to deal with it, I suppose. But you got to deal with the heat. I think one of these places is very inhospitable in general. So you got to make it work or just not go outside for certain parts of the year because it gets really bad out there.
Yeah, straight up desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said before, I totally get it. And then I was just thinking about like just throughout history, there's like there's been so many variations of like what life is supposed to be like and what adulthood is supposed to be like and what do you do all day. And as we've just gotten, you know, at least in America again, it's like the Industrial Revolution changed a lot of like our habits as a population, and it's kind of steered everyone into, you know, factories and 9-to-5 jobs and you know, where we spend so much time working. I think we're probably one of the longest. We have one of the longest work days of several countries.
Yeah.
And that, you know, and what you're quote unquote supposed to do, go to college and marry this person and learn how to do this so that you can buy a house and then get a mortgage and do this. And it's like, well,
there's a cycle of
and it's very like cookie cutter. I feel like if I definitely looking back, there's some things I think I would definitely have done different or not have done, just to like march to the beat of my own drum a little bit. I think I would have been happier because of it. I don't think I can totally check out like that, but I could at least like vacation like that for sure.
Yeah, those people are definitely very happy. Much they have good community, have a little get together every Friday. They play music and hang out and drink and whatever. But yeah, they're just happier. So it's like you can define what your success is or what makes you happy. But these people have decided I don't need all the glitz and glamour. I don't need to go to a 5-star restaurant to feel good about myself. I can just hang out in the desert with my cactus buddies and be vibing. And really, it was a very like every place has like their own vibe. And when I got there, I was like, this is cool. This is cool. There was the guy over there standing on his van yelling at everyone with a bullhorn about how you're gonna go to hell. He was fun. And then, I still think about him to this day. And then there was like the little curator lady. I think she was like senile because I think she thought she was mowing something. Because she was walking around with her hands like this, just kind of going, and there's no grass for one, but she's like kind of just going, doing. I was like, you go, girl, whatever, you know.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, man.
I mean, she was moving too slow for that, but you know what I mean. I think that she was in a good place, and that's cool to see. So it's just another option for people to have a different, outcome with their life. So. You know, that's just an interesting way people live. So Yeah.
I see both sides of it. I mean, it's last thing because I know we're running out of time. But like, I guess the devil's advocate, or just like the other side of it, is just like, well, what does it mean to be a contributing member of society?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so like, if nobody's working and nobody's doing anything, like, you know, somebody needs to do something for like this whole thing to function.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect of it too, for sure.
I think they figured out what they have to do to survive, because of course none of them could just do it by themselves. But some people have a little garden. Some people, cook stuff. I think they have I wasn't gonna go, but they do have a restaurant. I don't know what's on the menu, but I'm pretty sure it's a little exotic. Maybe a little crunchier than it should be. I don't know. I didn't want to find out what the restaurant was like, but yeah, a society is an interesting entity because it does have to have certain things in place to work. There have to be people that are in charge of certain things, and people have to do things. Otherwise, it's just like, the one person living on an island. If you want to do that, you can do that. And that is an option. I've heard of people doing that, but I don't think that's quite as common as people that actually get together and say, we'll be in our society. Just the big old thing is too much. So let's just make our own little pocket and then work with that. And I ain't mad at them. Do your thing, Slab City.
Yeah.
It's right out there. If you want to go ahead. Give that desert life a try. Mad Max style,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that is it for us. Another episode in the books, another successful episode of the Lives of Circus podcast. So yeah, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Would you go off grid? Would you just shut yourself off and be a recluse for the rest of your life if life got a little too rough? Or what are some other ways you think that people can react to adulthood and the reality that it is? So yeah, let us know about that. And then it's interesting. If you're an adult, you pretty much have to have a job, man.
What? You do?
You pretty much have to have one.
Man, that's crazy.
I know. And the bad part is what happens if that job becomes if it's taken away from you.
They can't take my job. I can't take it. I won't let them.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs. Took our deer. Took our deer.
This is $150 video. How many videos can you go on YouTube and just walk away with $150? All right. That video of a cat playing the piano did not put any money in your pocket. All right. What's up, guys? This is Zap from Bandit Future, and I'm doing a special video today because I want to put some money in your pockets. That's right. There are 2 crypto apps that are giving you $75 each just to try the app. No kidding, 100% legit. So you want to stick around for this video because I'm going to tell you what those apps are, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to get your $150. But as always, do your boys a favor, hit that like button because that lets the YouTube algorithm know that more people should see this video, and you're going to want to let people see this video because $150 attached to it. All right. And hit that subscribe button because that helps our channel grow. We're still a small channel. We're trying to grow. And there's a third thing in this particular video, just because I'm doing a different kind of video. If you want to see more videos about money, crypto, finances on the Bandit Future YouTube channel, I want you to type the words money right now in the comment section. Go down to the comment section right now, type in the word money if you want to see more videos about money. So standard disclaimers, let's get this out the way, right? YouTube disclaimer for money. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
2, I am based in the US, all right? And so these bonus payments usually only work for your jurisdiction, all right? So more than likely, this particular method will not work if you're international outside of the US. So I know we have a lot of people who watch Bandit Future from other countries. I apologize. This probably won't work the way I'm telling you to do it in your country. But if you're a US resident, it will probably work for you. But if you are international, these apps are in hundreds of countries. So there's probably someone in your country that's doing a referral that can help you get a certain amount of money for signing up as well.
Nice.
Third thing is that these are limited time offers.
Oh!
I'm not just saying that just to get you to do it. I'm just saying that because that's how the crypto world especially works. It rewards people who jump in early, who do things fast, quick, early adopters. Something might be here one day and it's gone the next day. So I'm recording this now in July of 2025. You might see this video in August and be like, hey, it doesn't work. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's a limited time. I don't know when they're going to stop it, how long it's going to go for. So if it's something that you're interested in, you should probably jump in and do it right now.
I got you, homie.
All right, so next thing, before I tell you what these apps are and how to do it step by step, just so you have an idea, why are these companies giving away $75, which is a high amount of money to give away for someone just to try something, right? Think about like the banks. You've got Chase, you got Wells Fargo, you got Bank of America. They're all competing, right, for you to be their customer. They want you at their bank. They want your money flowing through their system, right? And so they do bonus offers too. You know, they might give you a certain checking account, or they might give you a certain card or a certain bonus for signing up if you spend so much money. All right, so it's the same kind of thing. All of these crypto exchanges, all right, especially with the bull run coming up, they want you to be on their platform. They want your money flowing through their platform. And just because there's an exorbitant amount of money in crypto, we're talking trillions with a T, trillions of dollars in crypto. All right, they can afford to give out some pretty nice bonuses. And these two apps, these two companies are giving out some of the highest bonus really I've ever